All right, ladies and gentlemen, was there any doubt that would be on tonight? We are 1 minute late, and that's completely my fault because I'm not quick to the trigger. You know me. Good evening, fellow people. Yeah, it's been a minute.
For you.
For me, yeah. Well, now I finally have an Ethernet cable connected to my internet to my laptop, so we should be on easy street. You guys, let me know how my feed is coming across to you guys. If I look good, well, I always look good, but you know what I mean as far as the quality.
You're a sexy beast.
You're looking great.
Everybody knows it.
I'm looking dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan.
Dapper as always.
Michael Kittle. Okay,
Michael
I'm
Kittle.
not going to read that out loud, but thanks, Michael Kittle. Oh, my lips are burning. I should have eaten that hot food.
I hope everyone's doing fantastic tonight. Welcome. You guys could be anywhere, but you are back for more coin questions and answers because that's why we're here. Shane, don't say that too loud, buddy. We would keep that on the DL. But
where do you think
my April Fool's video is still being talked about to this day?
Okay.
I was like, man, I should just delete that video.
Did you watch Silver Wolverines?
No, I need to though. I heard about it.
He did one on that the Mint announced they were going to go ahead and do the 2021 or 2022 Morgan Dollar proofs.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Oh man,
you would have a lot of people who are like, what, really? And it's so innocent too. Like that's a good one. You could really you could stump a lot of people with that. Yeah, but mine was so outlandish. No, I'm not going to give up YouTube to go on and do a docuseries of my Vegas shenanigans. That will
Shave your
never
legs.
happen.
Shave your legs. Oh, I love
Shave
that.
my legs. I would have done that too. I mean, if there was a payoff at the end, I would have shaved my legs, but that's not happening.
I think you should have incorporated that whole van life, concept in there too. Living out of your van and
van down by the river. Yeah, that'd be a great concept if a stupid minivan wasn't $55,000. It kind of defeats the purpose of the van by the river, concept.
Get you one of those Mercedes vans.
Blue Tech Sprinter van. That is an RV. RV. That's what his face said in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Hi, Ida. Thanks for
There's Ida.
Oh, Frank, it wasn't meant to be, buddy. It was supposed to be the most thought-provoking, disgusting image that'll be etched in your brain forever. But how about we do a quick little roll call on everybody here? I mean, we have a lot of people. Are we giving away another A&A membership?
That's gonna be. I think we're gonna do that the week before our bye week.
Well, we don't really have bye weeks anymore.
Nah, well,
the week before our chat.
The chat week.
Chat
I guess we call it a chat week.
Okay.
So the second to last week of the month.
You shouldn't have said anything. You should have made
3 weeks from today. Count it.
Made them hang around until the end to find out. Now they're going to go, oh, crap.
Well, crap. Take off. Well, yeah, you're not going to see all of the, the huge coins and currency that people are finding out there that we're going to talk about. And we got some new people as well that have come aboard. Paul Brown, welcome. Michael Kittle, you were there early. Click that like. Thank you. Everybody, click the like. Share the video. Do all that great. Well, I think you could share it after it's done with the stream. Shannon, you're in there too. Frank, Coin Dragon. Holla.
Cindy.
You guys be on your best behavior, or else Cindy is going to deliver a little bit of the SmackDown, Will Smith style.
She's got a big hammer.
Original ATOGS coins. Sandy M was up. Who else we got? ATOGS coins again. John Shank, Silver Bowl 30. Good evening. Dirty Water coins, the collectibles. Keep in mind, we don't dip coins around here, especially in dirty water. Eric, how you doing, sir? Hey, Eric is digging.
Eric's coming to the Grove Show.
Nice.
Eric's going to be at the Grove Show.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ida, did you get my message? Speaking of that, did you get my message? Yeah, he's going to be at the Grove Show. So excited.
And we have spilt paint. Someone clean that up for me. Said, hello, guys. Who else we got? Cindy again with her grin. Ruby Red, my favorite grape juice. Or is it grapefruit juice? Yeah, grapefruit juice. Amanda's in chat as well. Be on your best behavior. She will deliver a few smackdowns as well. Coin Dragon again. A lot of the usual suspects. Alfred R. Hey. Welcome back.
Parvies is
Angie
new.
Crowell. Eunice also back. Nice. We got a really nice crowd. Ant, how you doing, brother? Hiram. Leanne Kennedy. Joey K. Let's rock it. You better believe it. Angie Crowell. Shane BB. Sexy Beast. Sean stripper name in Vegas. Like I said, we're going to keep that on the DL, even though I just announced it to the whole world.
I mean, where do you think
Holiday,
you get dollars?
Scott Holiday is the veteran of the group. Who else are missing? Patrick Pemberton. Greg White, good evening. Ida, hello, my dear. Tracy Howell. Kelly Nash. Kelly. Yeah, are you? Yeah, Kelly's coin is front and center this week, among others. Big Red, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Thank you for popping in from the Great White North. Nubs Hunt Treasures. So many of you. Oh, there we go. No, I was like, we're to the end. No, we're not. I'm still. Dodger, Roger Dodger, Juan Velasquez, Linda
in chat.
Bye, Ida.
Christina M. Are we getting to the point where we're having like way too many people and then we have to
never
20 minutes of our stream?
Never.
I know it's been about 2 or 3 weeks, huh, Scott? Silver Bowl 30. J-Rog 83. How you doing? Thomas Allen, Blues Coins, Eric. About time you got here. Where have you been?
All my life.
Captain Jigga. Brother from another mother. Helter Smelter. All right. That could have gone. Yeah, Parviz Nawab. Welcome. That sounds like a new name. Although you've probably been here before. Sticks and Stones. Day Breaketh No Bones. Who else? Is that it? Leanne. Hello again.
Well, hopefully they'll keep just filling in.
Orgulo, isn't that a little bit late for you? Our brother from NYC is up in here as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
PMP.
All right.
Hello.
All right. Yeah, Doug Reza. PMP 804. All right. I think we're all caught up.
Now, nobody else come in. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, nobody else come in. We're just going to keep it around 50 people. That wouldn't be very neighborly of the Coin Q&A panel. All right, quick little housekeeping thing. For those of you that have submitted emails, we have a literal shipload of, not the other word, ship as in boat. We have a shipload of emails that we are going through. So if you haven't heard us, please bear with us. We are working them as they come in order. Thank you for your support and your patience in that matter.
Absolutely.
So what else do we have, ladies and gents?
Check your inboxes and make sure they're not full, because apparently we're getting some undeliverable or not deliverable messages when we try to reply to some of your emails, because your inboxes are full. So make sure that do that, or check and make sure you're checking your spam folders, and I don't know, but we get that every once in a while. Amanda, what'd you say? We had 4 this week that couldn't be delivered.
Yep, that was some that I answered. I don't know if anyone else had any.
Spilt paint. These are my Sally, right? What? Sorry.
There were 4 that I answered that came back.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else had any though.
I didn't have any. I did some emails there a few days ago, Saturday or something, and they all seem to go through.
Yeah, the ones I did were going through. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paula, do you want to go ahead and answer Spilt Paint's
I do. So these are my Sally Ride Philly. I've gone through about maybe a quarter of them, finding the same old dye breaks right here in the corner. So apparently they, it's within mint tolerance because they didn't do anything about it from the Maya Angelou dyes. So, but I'm also, we're not really going to talk much about it because we're unsure at this point right now. They're down by the ponytail and right under the ear. There's some they're either feeder finger scrapes or dye abrasions. I want to look at it really, really close and see if I can figure out which one it is. But in the meantime, check those areas for dye clashes, because if somebody finds a dye clash, then I will know for sure what that is. But it could very well be that there was a dye clash in that area. So right under the ear, there's like a little lower relief on the coin area, and then between on the inside and the outside of the ponytail, some abrasions. So we'll figure it out, but just keep an eye out there in that area. It would be her hair that would be that area of the reverse would be what was clashed. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, no, that's good. And by the way, don't ever plan on ordering any of these directly from the mint.
No.
Because a lot of folks, Paula included, I don't know who else on the panels, subscribed to the American Women series of quarters, where you're subscribed to every release. They are fully allocated, so you cannot go on release day and order these because they're going to fulfill the subscribers first, and then there's none left. I already tried with Sally Ride. I literally had the order in my cart and it wouldn't let me check out.
yeah,
I did too. I was like right
second.
there, ready to go. And
Yeah.
Well, these are all going into circulation when I'm done.
So can you still go
So
and
some people
sign
here
up?
around here, huh?
No, the enrollment period's over.
It's over.
So
And,
is that for like just the year, or is that for like
That's for any
all
of
of
the
it?
women's quarter enrollments.
that's including what the proof sets too, right? The clad and silver.
Oh, I don't know if they have cut off enrollment for those. I'm enrolled for
I know
those.
they cut off enrollment for.
I think they did.
Friday they cut off on enrollment for Silver Eagles. That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
That's quite early actually.
They actually said that those are all of those are sold through enrollment. They're saying there aren't going to be any come available on the day of release because the enrollments took them all up. Now, I think the women's quarter proof clad in silver, I don't think you can enroll for those anymore. But the regular proof sets, and I'm not sure if you can still enroll in those or not. I've enrolled in the regular proof sets and the silver, the clad and the silver regular.
Well, what's the one that's coming out on the 7th? Is that the silver?
That is the clad.
Oh, clad. The American Women, or is that the entire clad?
That's the entire. The other American Women sets, clad in silver, have already come out.
Okay, all right.
This is the full set. So,
Yeah, Eric said West Point proof Silver Eagles are sold out as well.
Yeah, San Francisco and West Point. Yeah, and I think there's no enrollments for the congratulations set. So you may be able to snag one of those when it comes available with the West Point proof on it, on the ASCs. But
yeah, you're finding that the mint is starting to wise up a little bit, and they're sealing, they're buttoning down enrollments.
Yeah.
To do the entire fulfillment for those particular products, rather than dealing with the rigmarole of everybody jumping on the website at one time to order them.
Yeah, and they had so they're 750,000 mintage, right? On the West Points. I think it's the same on the San Franciscos.
For the Silver Eagle?
For the Silver Eagles, yeah. And I don't think that they had a household limit set on them through the enrollments, because I know some people have like a ton of them. I'm thinking they're going to cut them back like they did the other ones. I think they're probably going to cut them back to 5, so they may come available on the day if they cut that back. Yeah, so keep an eye out and see. I mean, so here's another idea too. I am enrolled in the San Francisco ASE. I have not activated it yet. I can go in anytime and click active, and it'll put me in for one. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are going to drop their enrollments this year. I think there's going to. OG 22 Gringo with the $4.99. Is this the OG live coin queue? I believe so. I believe it is. I believe it is. 4 years. I'm pretty sure that qualifies us as OG.
That's pretty OG.
That's pretty OG.
Thanks, Gringo.
So
awesome.
Go in and click the remind me anyway if it's a product you want. I probably won't be getting mine, so I probably won't click it because anyway, I think that they're probably going to be dumped down the road. But yeah. But I do like
there's really not a whole lot of like one-off mint products this year that I could foresee that's like special.
Yeah.
They did put the brakes on the Morgan and Peace this year. I believe they were intended.
I wish they put the brakes on all of them. I don't want any more Morgan and Peace dollars.
Yeah, they're going to water down the whole thing.
1 year. It should have only been a 1 year thing. But
although for some of you that actually have graded mid-state 70 Denver Morgans, they're up there. First strike points are selling for over $900 now.
Mine's still up there in the box.
I kept my best one.
Have you even opened it?
I did because remember we talked about that. So many of them from all of them were coming back with problems.
Yeah.
And so because originally I was going to sell them, and I didn't want to sell them if they had problems. So I opened them and looked at them, and that's why I ended up sending that New Orleans to you.
Yeah. Well, that coin has a nice, proud owner, and thank you.
But I am getting, and it's way too expensive from the mint, but I'm getting one anyway because I'm getting one of the colorized Purple Heart medals. Because I think it's beautiful, and part of the proceeds go, to the Purple Heart foundation or whatever, and I just think it's a really special coin. So I'm keeping that one, though. I'm only getting one not to flip, to keep for myself. So I am getting one of those.
Cool. Those are awesome.
Yeah, and I like the designs. I like that the way one of them has on the reverse, one of the soldier has lost a leg, so he's on crutches, but his missing leg is silhouetted. It's really cool. So the way they worked in the design on those. So, but anyway,
cool.
That's all. Do we want to get to announcements?
Well, we had one quick question. Well, I don't know if it's quick or not.
Okay.
But Parvi, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce his name or her name. I don't even know. Sorry if I'm screwing that up. They said that they just bought a box of nickels and they're new at the hobby. So what's the guidance for what to look for? Any easy things to I don't know. Where do you start?
Well, they're brand new to the hobby, right? So when you're brand new, you really don't even know what you're looking at or what to look for. you don't know what errors are, varieties, I would there. So we have some resources on our website, livecoinqa.com. If you go to our informational sites, I would start by learning the minting process. I'm big on that. Actually, the ANA, American Numismatic Association, has a YouTube channel, and they've got a ton of informational videos too, but they have a great one on the minting process. I would start there. Then if you go to Wexler's, which is doubledie.com, we have that on there. Just click on a lot of the resources for varieties and errors that we have on there, and read up about some things that you want to look for and what some things are. You really should do a little bit of studying, because I don't think there's one of us on the panel or probably in the chat that have done coin roll hunting that didn't wish that they could go back to our former selves and all of the coins that we looked at in the past and bring them all back, because we had no idea what we were even looking for. And now we go, what, I could have found something really good and not even known it. So
True.
JW in the house.
Man, you have to ask? Of course, this is
Never
the
gonna
official.
give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around. Sorry, I had to sing that. That's an inside joke, right, JW?
You probably
I think
just
we
got
just
the
lost
copyright
20
strike.
subscribers.
Anyway. Okay. What were you saying?
I said, read your announcements, Paul.
Oh, my announcements. So I hope that answers your question. If not, you can send us an email and we can give you a more detailed answer. It's kind of hard we all have suggestions on what we would tell new people to do, but you can send us an email and just ask, and we'll take some time and answer that for you. So announcements. Join the American Numismatic Association, ANA. If you are a coin collector of any kind, you should join the ANA. It's our national coin club. Lots of cool perks. We have the website in our description below. Please go check them out. If you ever want to submit coins for grading to NGC, that's a twofer. If you join the ANA, then you don't have to join NGC members. You don't have to get an NGC membership to submit coins, because you will be able to submit to them with using your ANA membership. But there's lots of cool little perks if you have a youth that you know, a youngin. They have a great youth program. So just check them out. Go check out the website. Not right now, after the show. And the ANA has been generous enough to us to sponsor a giveaway for a free gold membership to them. We'll be giving one away every month for a year. So keep an eye out for that. I think Adam said we're going to do it like the third week, the third Monday of the month. So yeah, so keep an eye on that. Coneca, also a great program to join. It's for error and variety collectors. So if you're interested in errors and varieties, you can join Coneca. They also have some cool benefits, descriptions below. Check them out. And we have a Facebook group, Coin Q&A. If you guys, it's a great alternative to sending us emails, because like Sean said earlier, our email gets so full. We're about a week to 10 days kind of behind on the more difficult emails that we've got that we have to research. We're about a week behind, so be patient with us. But you can post on our Facebook group 24/7, and we have some great people in there that help us out too. Super smart people. So that's a great alternative. Make sure you answer all of the membership questions and agree to the rules. We have like 3 or 4 questions, and then agree to the rules. And there's no right or wrong answer. So I guess there could be. But
Well, if you say I'm not going to abide by the rules, then
yeah, that's a wrong answer.
that's
Wrong answer.
probably the only one that you could get wrong.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So that's it. Am I allowed to win? You are, Eric. Eric, you better be and something else that was brought up to me by Coin Crew, who I'm going to be doing Monday morning mayhem with. Did the first one this morning. So if you're not a member, if you're not a subscriber
Nice.
to Coin Crew, go subscribe to them. I'm going to be on there on Monday morning mayhem. So go check it out.
awesome.
As long as they'll keep me. They may kick me out. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something about that. I saw him.
Blue.
so-
Eric should be a.
So Keith from Coin Crew said, I can't win. I'm a lifetime member. Well, here's an idea. If you are already a member, but you have a family member or a youth that you know, somebody who is interested in coin collecting, you can pass that win on to them. So if you're already a member, we would really like, to give an opportunity to people who aren't members. But if you know somebody who really wants to become a member and you want to win, then you can definitely do that. So, Peter Bose, what's up? I would be about double that. Bacardi Gin. Oh, I don't know. Michael Kittle's talking smack about Grove in the chat. He really wants to go. I know he does. But anyway.
Yeah, Bacardi Jim's bringing Tom Honks with him. We'll get to meet them. So I'm excited.
Anyway, I'm all done. I got my little serenade into JW and got my rant mug. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Sean, you still there? Did I lose you?
No, I'm here. I'm actually posting our stream on my community.
Oh, I was going to ask you if you did that.
Now you don't have to.
did
We
it.
can just move on from the announcements and on to the
On to the good
Yeah.
stuff.
The good stuff.
You know, one
If you
thing,
guys
one
have
thing
a
I did
community
notice
tab-
today.
What?
One thing I did notice today. I don't know if anybody else was aware of it, but I guess eBay allows you to do a little video.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a new feature. They just opened that up like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that. And I thought, well, that's a great idea for like somebody that's trying to show luster, because it's hard to show that with a photograph.
Yeah, as long as they don't show them holding it between their fingers or a plier.
Bombs or something, or
Plier. Awesome.
Yeah, we've been there and done that. We ended up pissing off some old guy who was doing that. So yeah, don't be that guy. Hold your coins on the edges, please.
JW's burning dinner. Okay, you better be a member, Eric. Blues Coins.
Mm-hmm. 5 years. There you go.
Thank you all for being here tonight and spending your Monday nights with us. We appreciate it very much, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit from tonight. And we'll try to answer a few questions in between. So, are we ready?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Who wants to start?
Adam does.
I'll start. 1938. S over S over S RPM Lincoln cents from original ATOG's coins. I picked up this coin through an auction for cheap. I didn't know it was an RPM until I got it in hand. It looks to match FS 502. I figured I would share. Nice condition.
Pretty coin.
It's a great, yeah.
Pretty coin. I like the strike on those 38s.
Oh yeah, big time.
What?
That's one of my favorites.
Yes, very nice.
I think
That
you
is-
just had one on your PCMR the other day, didn't you, Sean?
I think so. Yeah, it's not nearly as nice as this.
It wasn't nearly, no.
What I've noticed is that the prices on these have been climbing up in like the last year, especially in mid-state condition. A lot of these were found in BU rolls a few years back, so the market was flooded with them. They got down to, I think, around $15-20, at one point, and now they're finally beginning to dry up. So very, very beautiful. I mean, there's two really nice RPMs for 1938, both
Yep.
S mints.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one by far and away is probably my favorite out of the two.
Yeah, that's cool. So for those new people who are new to coin collecting, we're looking at that S mint mark, and RPM stands for repunched mint mark. And you can see where you can see two of them there. Well, there's actually three, but that one, that little nubby behind the bottom of the S there, that's one of them. And you can look up, like I said, on our resources, where to find descriptions. Wexler's is a great site. It's doubledie.com. He actually has pretty good descriptions of what different things are, RPMs and double dies and stuff. So
Yeah, a lot of good information.
and we're actually going to be working on a series of videos to help you guys with abbreviations and acronyms and such. So.
Oh, wait. Hey, guys. Everybody be quiet. Josh Schultz just came in the chat. Stop talking about him.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Josh, don't go back and watch the stream again because, Sean said some stuff.
Yeah, just click and drag the red ball about 2 minutes back, and then you're gonna find out the truth. All right, back to the little nubby here.
Oh, you want to look at the nubby?
So it's a triple S. One's to the one's to the northwest, and another one is south, right? Or are they both west?
Is it the one in the middle? I think there's a second.
It's pretty fat. There looks like maybe there's one south and then one northwest. That's what it looks like. See the
I think because of the shadow, you can't see the one that's directly south.
Yeah, see how fat that bottom is there?
Wait, what'd you call me?
Fat bottom.
Fat bottom. Okay, just
Fat
sure.
bottom, Blue Ridge.
Yeah, because if you said skinny bottoms, that wouldn't be historically accurate for me.
I think that secondary S you see inside the on the west side there of the third. Well, I guess
to the outside of the bottom loop.
Yeah, you see that?
Oh yeah, I see it. The west side of the east side, right?
Yeah. West side, east side. But I do think this is actually maybe a mid to late die state. I don't know. I do see some die deterioration on that 8.
There's some flow lines.
Towards the rim there on the right. So.
Happy birthday, Josh. Nice to meet me.
But sometimes these RPMs actually show up better as the die deteriorates. In my opinion, I do.
Because of that metal flow off of them a little bit.
Well, this one definitely shows up.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous one. I love this. I love this RPM. Even though the values have been kind of stagnant for a while there, and they haven't really.
They were stagnant because there were so many of them out in the market due to they're actually very common, and that's why the market had stagnated. Again, a lot of these were found back in like 2012 to 2015 in BU rolls when you could still get BU rolls for under $100 of this date. They're not like that anymore. So
I like 1938. I just like the look of the date, and I like the stripe on these coins.
I'm sorry, Paula. Do you and the 1938 Lincoln want to be alone together?
Yes, please. Yes,
sorry, guys. I'm kind of like in a rare, silly mood. I think I'm more excited of my actual live feed working well.
I know. So exciting. You probably should turn your camera on so we can see your face.
Sure.
I know. Are you eating too? Sean and I are both on the West Coast, so It's dinner time.
I am eating assorted dried fruits, and I don't want to look like a billy goat over here
You know that
chawing away. So I'm saving you guys the trouble because we don't want you to tell your friends to say, yeah, that Blue Ridge Silverhound's a real pig.
that is one thing that I miss a lot about California is all the dried fruit stands and stuff. All right, so if you happen to go to one of those before I get there, dried fruit would be a great airplane snack for me. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I could send some your way.
No, I'm coming to your house.
Oh yeah, I'll have them here for you when you park your car.
You don't have to ship them. Don't ship them. I'll eat them all before.
Yeah, you'll eat them on the drive down, right?
Yeah. Probably before.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to make bathroom stops every 10 miles.
I am gonna anyway. I'm gonna be doing that anyway. We don't need to talk about that. Okay, back to coins.
Back to coins. I'll do this one.
Okay.
2021 P Penny, Smokin' Abe from Mark C. I just found this last night in my bank box full of all 2021 pennies. I love your stuff. Thanks, Mark. We love having you send us stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for a second, I thought this was Abe in a Speedo.
Smoking hot Abe.
That is great placement for that.
Yeah. It does look like he's smoking.
Yeah,
maybe it's 15 degrees outside and he's stepping outside and kind of breathing.
It's cold.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is not damage, you guys, for you new people.
This is a strike through.
Thank you.
So probably some grease or something, right? Looks like.
Yep. Probably.
And
grease.
I think there's
yeah,
been.
it's grease, I think.
I think there's been a few of these going around, hasn't there? I've seen a few pictures of different ones.
Yeah, I probably have half a roll of these Shannon, in varying degrees, different spots. Mostly on the fields is what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Various sizes. But yeah, I've seen a lot of them mostly on the obverse. Not too many reverse strike throughs. Not saying that there isn't any. I'm just out of the few boxes I did go through, they were all on the obverse.
The obverses are the anvil dies now, so they're stationary. So I think it probably makes sense that that stuff would stick more to the stationary die, right?
Yeah. In addition to the gravity, some of that stuff probably had fallen.
Mm-hmm.
They do keep these machinery lubricated quite a bit, so you have crap flying all over the place. I would imagine that's not the technical term, by the way, so don't hold me to that.
Crap can hit the pan and it fly everywhere.
Yeah, you're gonna find a ton if you guys start searching. If you're searching more modern coins, you're gonna find a ton of strike throughs and stuff like that. So it's good for us. The quality control at the mint really stinks right now and has for the last few years, but it's great for us. So
makes things fun.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh, there's the close-up. Yeah, he's definitely puffing on something.
Yeah, as you could see, a little bit of the strike through is actually on his upper lip, so it does kind of creep over onto the devices to an extent.
It just makes him look like he's got one of those Fu Manchu mustache things.
that's very cool.
He's a hipster.
This one's yours, Sean.
Yeah, I'll read this one. Scarface 2015 P. Jefferson Nickel. Kelly, you knew that you would be on the list today. Hi, everyone. This is a Scarface in more ways than one. This well-circulated Jefferson Nickel looks like a major struck-through wire. There is no buildup, like a scratch, and it goes all the way down to the nape of his neck. Curls around and goes up the bottom of his hair. Is this a cool strike through or post mint damage?
Go ahead, Sean.
Well, Coin Dragon said it all. He said this is a cool nickel, and I agree.
It is a cool nickel.
Yeah, it looks like to be struck through a wire.
Something, right?
Or a brush bristle, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say brush bristle, something to that effect.
It's definitely, it looks like something pointed at the end. So,
but what makes this different than a scratch, for example, Kelly had mentioned buildup. So if you were to, say, scrape a nail across the coin, by the way, that just makes me shiver in fear right now. Yeah, you'll get the buildup of the collection of metal going to the sides. In this particular case, you don't see that. On here. You know, you just have a flush surface, no buildup around that anomaly, and it dips right into the coin. It would have been cool to actually have the retained piece of whatever that was on there. Sometimes those do come up, but so infrequently. They get knocked loose pretty early on when these are being packaged up and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you'll see a difference in the luster, I guess you'd say, the color. If it was a scratch, it would be shinier inside that too.
There was a I don't know if it was a quarter. And you see this on a few occasions, but the most recent one was a quarter with a struck through copper wire. That's like, like bristle size. It's very small, but it was still retained in the coin. It was like a bright coppery color. I'm like, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, we had that because it was, we talked a little bit back and forth about, was it improperly annealed in that area or what? But yeah.
Oh yeah, that was on here.
Yeah, we showed that one. That was really a cool one. I mean, you'll find all kinds of things. They've had struck through wood. They've had struck through staples. All kinds of stuff.
Struck through emery board.
Struck through cloth are awesome. I love the struck through cloth errors. You will find that little pieces of when sometimes they'll wipe the dies to clean the grease off. And
I have a question from the newbie crowd.
Okay.
If you had something that was not like physically solid, like a wire or a piece of, wood or something like that, maybe cloth or, something of that effect. Yeah. Can a strike through appear to not affect the higher devices? Like say like the eagle's wing on the reverse of a old quarter.
You mean just go into the?
Could you see could you see like portions of something on both sides of the device, but it doesn't really look like it crosses over the device. It would look more like it goes under the device.
Yes, that does happen. Yeah, because on the die, the field is flat, and then, usually hard things like wire won't go dip down into the recessed areas of the die. It'll just lay flat across. So yeah, you can see that for sure.
Okay.
Where you'll only see it on the fields.
Especially when the strike isn't super hammered. I've noticed on like incredibly strong strikes, you do see some of that overlap on the devices.
Yeah, it's like the speared bison with the die gouge. It's that die gouge kind of starts, and then you see the design, and then it goes through a speared eagle on the Sacagawea. So whatever gouge that didn't go down into the device, it went across.
On a coin, the raised areas are incuse on the dies. So everything is in reverse.
Yeah.
So a gouge or like a scrape or something like that makes sense. because it would only be on the surface of the die. But I'm just thinking about like if there was a physical object in there, when, you know, if it doesn't, I don't know, if it bends up in and just forms to the inside of the incused portion of the die,
Well,
you know.
It's all circumstantial. Again, the pressure of the strike will help determine that, if whether or not you get some of the strike through that goes up and over certain devices, maybe a flagpole or something like that on the reverse, you know, a strike through.
Yeah.
You know, and there are coins that historically we know that were very poorly struck. So those might end up having a completely different result on a strike through than, say, a much newer coin, where you might actually see it complete end to end, crossing over various devices of the coin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, you know, something else that you guys will see, we talk about struck through grease, but there's also, so they put wax caps over the dies when they store them or before they use them. They put a wax cap over the top. And sometimes part of that wax cap will stick to the die and doesn't get wiped off. And you'll see that on, you know, struck through and stuff. It's almost impossible to tell the difference between whether it's a wax cap or a struck through grease. But sometimes with those wax caps, they'll retain themselves on the coin. That wax will retain itself.
Right.
So
That's a really good question, Doug. Now, if we're talking to scratch on the working die, that's going to show up as a raised event on the final product, the coin. So it wouldn't. It's not the same as a strike through.
no, and most planchets have flaws when they come into the striking chamber. If you've ever owned a blank planchet, but it's actually just called a planchet. Blanks are different than planchets. But anyway, that's for another day. If you've ever owned a planchet that hasn't been struck yet, you'll see that, I mean, it looks like it's been just run over sometimes. But the strike itself will usually erase those flaws that are on the planchet, because the metal almost becomes molten for like just an instant as it flows, because it's really hot. So most of those flaws will, so if you had a scratch on the planchet before it was struck, it would probably be eliminated during the strike.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the, and Adam, you probably know this, 1950s Jefferson nickels. The original planchets before they even struck are generally well pitted and nicked up, and they were just of poor quality.
Yeah.
When they became struck, you had all of these planchet nicks still seen on the jawline, at the base of the bust. And, you know, you even see that on Washington quarters too. So some 1960s quarters, you see a lot of nicks. And believe it or not, grading companies give very little leeway to things like that. Because I've talked about on some of my Monday marker reports, and it's all graded material, by the way, if you haven't seen it, where, say, for instance, 1965 Washington quarter was assigned a Mint State 67 grade. Well, you know, at first glance, it looks beat up, but that's again a byproduct of the original planchet quality before the coin was struck.
Right.
So grading companies take things like that into consideration based off of the time period in which these are made, because they can't all be perfect if all the planchets had quality issues to begin with.
Because don't they even allow for, like, the copper coated zinc cents, that if they have plating blisters or, you know, abnormality, that they just ignore that kind of.
Yeah, Shannon. As a matter of fact, I did talk about the 1983 DDR Lincolns.
Mhm.
back-to-back episodes. I think it was yesterday's episode and then one a week ago.
Yep.
Two polar, complete opposite looking coins. They're very similar in grade. One, I believe, was a 67 plus, and the one that sold for over $10,000 yesterday or on Sunday was a 68. But that 67 had a bunch of little plating blisters
Yeah.
on there.
Yep.
So it was funny. They also had another 67. I believe they were both either NGC graded or PCGS. They were the same grading company, but one sold for about $1,000 more over the one with the plating blisters. So there is that whole X factor of eye appeal that goes into those type of coins as well.
And
Yeah.
people know that that's a problem. That's going to be a problem. That coin is going to be a problem in the future.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because those
Yeah.
plating blisters
50
will
years from
rupture.
now, I would not want to be the owner of a coin that had plating blisters in 2022.
Right.
No,
It'll go down faster than
I
the
actually was looking, I'm still looking for, it's hard to find an 83 DDR that doesn't have some type of split plating or something. It's really hard to find that. And
yeah, that coin, Paula, has been on my want list for about 10 years, but I just, number one, I'm not willing to pay 5 to 10K for one.
right,
I just want one that grades like 64.
right.
But they're all garbage. They all have plating blisters, like you said, split plating. I wouldn't touch those. However, the market on these has been going up quite a bit in just the last like 3 years. It's amazing.
Yeah, but in 10 years, when that coin starts to decay, you're not going to be able to resell it. You know, it's going to be,
or you're
going
going
to be
to
an
give it
issue.
away at a discount because the eye appeal is just garbage on it.
It'll be an issue. Charmy Harker, I've been, you know, she's got beautiful, the penny lady, for those of you that don't know. She's got beautiful coins. But and I keep an eye on her site, but every time she has one, of course, I'm really picky because I know that I want to find one that's going to be less of a problem down the road, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that split plating and stuff is just a problem. It really
and
is.
I know Charmy to be rather picky herself. She
She
does
is.
a lot of Indian head cents and early Lincolns.
Yeah.
So
She
it's
is,
kind of
how
a
often-
weird.
How often do you get higher grade 83 DDRs? You know, when she finds them, I think she just picks them up. She snags them up.
Yeah, they no longer grow on trees as they once did 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you could have bought one for $15-20. It's incredibly high grade, but based off of the current interest, they're virtually untouchable. You know, in some of the nicer grades, with or without the plating blisters. So, a little word to the wise: if you're going to invest or collect some of these marquee post 1982 Lincoln varieties, you certainly have to weigh the the zinc conversation a little bit, because you don't want to be stuck with it. You don't want to lose money on it. That's nobody's wish for things like that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that on one of the coins I think we have a little bit later too.
Yeah. Frank in chat, he's found a couple 83 DDRs and a couple 84 DDOs with the ear. So he's got some amazing coins. He's the master when it comes to finding those things. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he has just a ridiculous luck that I wish I had when it came to those, because I've always wanted to find 84 double deer, 83. You know, a few of these particular varieties that's been on my list for a while. I'm envious.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Charmy's show reports too, Joey. I love her show reports for sure. Those are fun. Okay, I'll read this from Bob L. Hi, Blue. I've been getting back into roll checking and watching you for inspiration. I stumbled upon this 2017 A Palindrome Super Radar $20 bill in awesome condition. I thought you'd like to see it and give me your opinion. I'm going to throw it on eBay. I always fret over the starting price. This is on you, Sean, because I spend currency.
Yeah, this is kind of my wheelhouse here. I'm a professional when it comes to fancy serial numbers. So,
Ooh, wow.
So a radar fancy is also the same as a palindrome. They're one and the same. They're basically, they're synonyms to each other. Now the word super is added in there for one reason, and that's where you have bookend the same digits, and then you have solid any six of one number to fill in the middle, and that's where you get the super radar. These are quite scarce. They're one of the more well collected fancy serial numbers out there. And the conversation did come up. Well, it's a $20 bill. It's a higher denomination, so I'm not going to get as much money for it when I sell it. That's not entirely true. There are lesser, less desirable fancy serial numbers that obviously you want on a dollar bill, from a resale perspective. But notes like this are going to be favorites for years to come. So yeah, this is a really nice note right here. Again, I always promote the hunt for unique kind of serial numbers. If not for the main types, you could always go on a website called mycurrencycollection.com, type in your serial number and see how cool it is, and then go from there. Put together your own collection.
Well, it is pretty awesome. Just looking at it, I like the fact that it is on the $20 bill, just because it's, you're looking at something different. I mean, we see the dollar bills all the time, but maybe that's me.
Yeah, for the longest time, people didn't realize that these were collected, by the serial number patterns. But yeah, this is actually a very, very hot part of collecting currency. If you're still getting currency, that is, because people do a lot of digital payments and Venmo and stuff like that. So,
Now, if I found something like that, I would probably keep it. I mean, I do know enough to know that that's a pretty cool thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, from BMP, the 1922p piece dollar struck through. Hi all, just rummaging through some coins and I've got scattered around and stumbled across this struck through 1922 piece dollar. I purchased this off eBay a while back for around $26. Thought I would share. That's a good melt price, probably.
Oh, sorry.
Go forward, Paula.
Holy moly.
Hey.
Wow.
Somebody dropped their cigarette butt on her face.
That is cool.
That is awesome.
Back when it was still acceptable to smoke, at your work facility.
Yeah, exactly.
Or on an airplane or in a restaurant. You remember them days.
Yeah.
It looks like it's struck through scrap or something. That's pretty deep.
Could be a piece of wood, like a little
Could be.
little wood chip or something.
Usually you can see a texture, but it's pretty hard. I mean, it pretty much obliterated just about all of that design, right? All of that relief. So it could be.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, errors on dollar coins are very valuable usually.
Well, and laminations are a thing on these. Morgans and piece dollars, you'll find laminations. So was it a lamination that fell off another planted? Maybe. Stuck to the die, who knows? But that is very cool. And you guys, the reason we can tell you that this is not damaged is by looking mostly, I mean, besides the fact that you look for the flow into the anomaly, right? The metal flows into it, not pushed out. There's nothing on the reverse.
Yeah,
So-
we had someone send in a quarter and was asking the same kind of question. They had a real big, impression on the obverse, but then also made the point to note that it had also a protrusion on the reverse. So obviously that's something that hit the coin after it was produced and created damage. So
yeah, because that won't happen in the striking chamber. They're two separate dies.
mhm.
So you won't get an anomaly like this. If it's genuine, you won't have an anomaly like this with a protrusion on the reverse. If it's genuine, genuine, it'll be just like this. You won't see anything opposite it on the reverse.
Yeah, because it's not going to move that opposite die whenever it punches it.
That is a very, very cool one.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
Look how neat that is.
Something like this is hilarious to me because I actually, at one point, probably like 3 years ago, had a coin dealer to tell me, it's a waste of time to cherry pick, constitutional silver. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? You find stuff like this, and they're just really like blind to min errors and varieties that you can find on early silver that they're selling for scrap. This is just a really cool coin. I can't even imagine what was on that die before this thing was struck.
And if you guys want a really, really good idea, someplace to go to get a really, really good idea of what some of these errors like this sell for, you're not going to find, you can go to GreatCollections. I have their link also in the description below. Go to one of their prior error auctions or whatever, and just browse around. You would be surprised. You're not going to find little die chip errors and minor die cracks and stuff like that. You're going to see the bigger things like this. But something like this, they probably have similar examples, not very many, but I bet you could find something similar to this on GreatCollections, and you would be surprised at what these sell for.
I bet it's at least 5 to 6 times silver, at least.
Yeah.
Us error collectors, we're a strange breed.
So Sean, kind of like what you were saying, I've actually, over the past few months, gotten to know there's a new guy working at my coin shop. He's an older guy, but he's new. And he's kind of come to know that when I come in, I'm looking for the strange stuff or whatever. And he pulled out, 4 or 5 off-center, cents that were, really nice. Mm-hmm. And basically said that they had gotten them from somebody's collection, but as they were going through the collection, he was, they were talking about pricing, and one of the guys was like, those aren't worth anything, just, try and get rid of them or whatever. Oh. So immediately he grabbed them, and, when I walked in, he's like, I've got something for you to look at. And he had no clue as to, what somebody would pay for them or anything. So, I mean, I tried to give him a fair, assessment of each one, and we came to an agreement, and I just bought them all. So
well, you have to understand, most coin dealers, so error and variety is a very, very small niche in the hobby. Mm-hmm. It really is. There are many, many more collectors out there of just beautiful coins and different things than there are error and variety. And so coin dealers want things in their shop that they're going to be able to turn around, flip, that they don't have to leave sitting in their cabinet for months and months and months before somebody finally walks in and goes, hey, do you have an off center? Or what I mean?
Yep.
So they want to get those in and out real quick. So you can find good deals on errors.
I'm just glad that he knows what I like to look for. So Now he's putting them aside for me. I'm like, yes.
That's
Now,
awesome.
now Shannon, were they Zinkins or were they earlier than that?
No, they were actually earlier than that.
Mhm.
They were, I don't remember the dates exactly, but I got some.
You showed us pictures, didn't you?
I sent
Yeah.
you pictures, yeah.
So go into our chat sometime,
I had
Sean, and scroll up.
Oh, there's a 1936 P that or Philly that was similar to one that you had just shown on a pocket change market report, and I was like, it's the same thing, only not quite as nice. But there was a 36, there was a 52D, and what else was it? There's an 82, which is pretty common. There's a 19.9 with something, so wasn't a full date, but I figure 99, right? Is more.
You got the hookup, I'll tell you.
I mean,
but there, I think there are just many more coin dealers or coin collectors out there who just want perfect coins. They don't
Right.
want things like this. They don't want, but error collectors will pay a pretty penny for things like this. Has great eye appeal. Eye appeal is everything to the more like the more you get advanced into error collecting, the more eye appeal and things like that come into play for you. And this has great eye appeal. To me, it looks like she's wearing like one of those like headband things or something.
Mhm.
It's great.
She's wearing headphones. She's got headphones on.
She's got headphones on. There you go. She's wearing headphones.
if they have the eye appeal that you can give it a nickname, that's a good thing. Because everybody
eye appeal is big in the hobby period for anything, I think.
Yeah.
But, no, it's not
That's
grease. This is something solid. Although grease can be solid now, we've talked about that before. A lot of times the mint goop is full of metal shavings and dust and old man Joe's boogers that I don't know, but whatever. All kinds of stuff is in that mint goop.
all kinds of stuff you don't want to know.
We've shown
Take the black light.
We've shown the retained, the mint goop struck through mint goop retained on the coin. And
Dirty Water's in here. Don't bring that one up.
Who? Oh, Dirty Water.
Dirty
Dirty Water. Yeah, I love it. Have one sent out to be graded now. Yeah, this is pretty. I mean, well, peace dollars are just beautiful coins anyway. Dodger, I know that guy. Amanda, you want to read one?
Sure. Let's see. 2006 P Lincoln Cent FS 102. I found this roll searching. This is the FS 102. This is a really cool DDO. All of the lettering and the date show doubling. The die crack in Lincoln's hair, die chips inside the G, and the die scratch inside the 2 are all there for the markers to confirm it. The pancaking on the date is the thing to look for while searching. I almost missed this, and the flat look of the date made me look a little closer.
Dodger's got a great eye. You guys bless Amanda's poor little heart. She's been so sick, but she's here with us anyway tonight. So everybody say thank you, Amanda. She's doing amazing.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda. She does a lot of work too. So
She puts our slideshow together every week, and even though I kind of know how to do it, Amanda does it anyway.
Oh Lord,
she's amazing. She's a workhorse. That is
nice.
Beautiful. That is a beautiful double die.
Wow,
those cat eye O's.
Look at those O's in the 2.
On to the great beyond. Yeah, the O's, the zeros with the cat eyes.
Look at the bottom of the 2 too. You can see that, the tail. Look how
Just look at the top too. Look at that wonky.
Yeah. I don't really see a whole lot on the 6.
Holy
moly!
moly!
God, up there now. That's what I like to see there. For sure.
Yeah.
Now
Look at
this coin this kind of debunks the single squeeze theory. This was definitely hubbed more than once. So now, I mean, because that's a pretty strong.
I mean, single squeeze or not, couldn't they hub it twice if they wanted to?
Well, they are learning more and more that is happening. So now, is it just their? I mean, obviously, it's not just a little kiss at the top, right? That's like
Right.
so. And I think that on Wexler's, if you go to Wexler's site and go to doubled dies, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, I think he talks a little bit about how they're kind of finding out that they are hubbing things more than once and stuff. So, but this is beautiful.
Yeah, this is awesome. Bad to the bone. Look at that.
Gosh.
Look at that ass.
My
and the
gosh.
U.
Look at that ass.
Look at that ass.
Liberty.
Oh my God! Look at that.
So is this like
Wow.
is this
That's
like a class 1 and class 6? I don't know, because it sure looks like there's some, or I don't know, or class 4.
Oh, Frank. Yeah, you and me both, man. This is actually a very tough one.
Here, I'm gonna look. Which
I
one is
think
this?
this is multiple class. I don't know. What do you think, Frank?
Also, while you're doing that, Shastina asked, "What's the difference between the blue book and the red book?"
I think the copper coin says class 4. Yeah, I think this is multiple
Is
class.
this DDO number? Which one is this?
This is FS 102.
But does it say if it's DDO number 1, number 2?
Probably
number
DDO
3?
002 on
2, I think he says. Yeah.
Brady Vista.
I don't. You call me crazy. I don't even know what FS 101 looks like, but it's got to be as good as this for me to like have a real impression on it.
Sometimes, though, it seems like the first one is not always the best one.
It's not, because on
right.
like Variety Vista and Wexler, it's the order that they have
That
come
they
into
list.
them. Mm-hmm.
I'm checking here. Hold on.
I figured for the cherry pickers guide,
Blue says it's class 8. Ant says it's 4 based per copper coins.
Yeah,
This
it's
is a
not-
102 or a
Frankie,
101?
it's a class 4.
It's not a tilted.
It's a 101. This is FS 101, actually. It's DDO number 4.
So he said it's 02. So is
Yeah,
it
there's
just
no
a
02. It's
typo
only FS 101.
on a 2006P. Okay,
Yeah, I'm looking at NGC.
yeah, it's just a typo.
Well,
then.
the FS 101, I think, is the one with the doubled earlobe.
According to NGC, it matches this one.
Okay, well,
Or-
I'm matched
or
on
it's a
Variety
typo.
Vista.
Yeah, she's on Variety
typo.
Vista.
Because NGC has this variety as the FS 101 DDO number 4. Interesting.
Class 4 and Class 8, Eric? I don't see this as a tilted, though. Usually those Class 8s, I don't know. Maybe. It could be. I don't know. It definitely looks like a dual class.
Yeah, on Variety Vista, this one's DDO number 3.
It's 03? Okay.
That's so weird. See, there's a discrepancy between NGC and
Yeah. What does PCGS have it as?
good question. Let me check.
But these are out there, you guys, if you want to look for these. I have a hard time looking through these, and Shield Sense, I go blind.
I hate
Yeah.
Shield Sense. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, these aren't these zinc scents that are still in the Memorial to 2008 are okay. But as soon as I start getting into the shield scent, and there's actually some nice double dyes on the shield scents too, but I can't do it.
And I think they have awesome clashes.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
get that on
Even the 2009s, those whisker clashes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. Sorry, you
Well,
guys.
guess what?
Sorry, you guys in chat. We do this sometimes.
They're nerding out.
Bear with us. Bear
Well,
with us.
Squirrel.
PCGS has this as FS102. So NGC is incorrect. They have it.
You need
wrong.
to write them you need to write them a strongly worded letter. It's fun. It's actually fun catching these things. It really is. It's fun catching these things. And we probably shouldn't sit on it. We probably should. Somebody should write them and let them know.
Right.
So.
Okay. According to Chuck, he said that it's a class 4.
Class 4, yeah, I know. I do know that, but there's I think it's a dual class. I could maybe not, but when I looked at that that looks like a distended.
It looks like it's got a little bit of class 6 for sure.
Yeah, class 6.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep.
So I think it's a dual.
It's an amazing variety, though.
It is amazing.
I love this variety, even though it's a shield scent.
No, this is a memorial still, right?
2006.
Yeah. Oh yes, memorial.
Yeah.
Sorry. Why did
Don't
I think?
confuse me, Adam. I get confused.
Well, memorial scents are a little bit better than shield scents. For some reason, shield scents just drive me crazy. I don't know why.
Kind of a ski jump. Yeah, Frank. So I think it's a dual. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I have it one all the time. I always have an opinion.
I'm more of a wheat scent guy. I like the wheat scent.
I am too. Okay, onward and upward. Here we go. That's a great coin. Oh, somebody had a question. What was it? Hang on.
Difference between the blue book and the red book.
Oh.
What's that?
Oh,
So
one is for
the red book is more retail prices. Blue book is considered wholesale. However, good luck finding a dealer that actually uses blue book. They use what they call a gray sheet or a coin newsletter.
Yep. And then there's something close to gray sheets called NumisMedia.
Yeah. So some of the red book prices are okay. So you have to understand, by the time the red book comes out, it was written like 2 years prior or whatever. I don't even know how far ahead. But the best thing about the red book, and I would suggest everybody buy one because it's a cheap, but buy an older used version if you can get one, because the information really does not change much, like in a 5-year span. Use it just for the information that's in there, because it's got great information on coins, just general information on coins.
Your mintages, all that stuff.
Mintages and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a great resource for that. But price guide, I discourage everybody from using the red book. First of all, there's not enough grades in it. You need something that's going to give you grades from good to all the way up to high mint state. You need all those in between grades, and it doesn't have enough information out there.
Yeah.
So stay away from it as a price guide.
I pay $20 a month for NumisMedia, the dealer.
The dealer one.
I do the dealer one because you can get the wholesale, you can get the CAC, you can get the plus grades, all that stuff, which is really useful. In fact, it's been really useful for me when I sell my slabs, when I get them back from grading, because it's been actually, I do really well at selling stuff now. So I think it's a really Huh?
You're getting quite the name for yourself, and well deserved. Well deserved. Well deserved. You do that too, Sean. You get NumisMedia, right? The dealer, Sean, deserted us.
No, I didn't desert you, but my wife walked in the door. Yeah, I am subscribed with NumisMedia. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've said this once and I'll say it again. Redbook is not viable for current prices. Use it for all the other information. Most more notable the information on the respective type coins. It's the best thing for that.
Besides that, people, when they get, even people who have been in the hobby for a little bit who use the red book, they want to go right. Their coin is always that highest grade that the red book shows. Always right. Yeah. That's my coin. It's that one right there, the high grade. So if you, and that's another thing, if you're buying coins at an auction or anything like that, and that person pulls out a red book and tells you, oh, this is what the red book says, do your own research. Go, we have and I'm going to plug our website again, but on our informational sites, we have a couple things on there that show you good, places to go for values and things like that. PCGS and NGC and all them are good to look up already graded prices as far as fair market value, but for buying, not for selling, for buying coins. But for raw coins, I definitely would go to NumisMedia or subscribe to the Gray Sheet, something like that. So yeah, don't use Redbook, and don't buy from people who use Redbook.
Hey, have we heard any more on cherry pickers? Is there any more information that's come out?
It's going to come out when it comes out. I think it's still in the editing phase.
God. We're all going to be 90 years old before the next edition comes out.
The 8th edition is going to come out before the 6th edition, Volume 2. We're going to have the 8th edition, Volume 1. Still waiting for the 6th edition, Volume 2.
Nice.
I don't know.
So MTN asked, what do we think that nose thing on the 2022 Denver quarter is?
So I haven't got back to him yet. I had him send pictures. I'm planning on adding that to next week's show, but I'll tell you off the cuff, I think that's a strike through. I think it's a strike through. And just before you even ask, strike throughs can be in the same spot on multiple coins. If whatever that is that caused that sticks to the die, it's going to strike multiple coins before it falls out or moves around in the striking chamber or whatever. Right. So I do not find anything that matches that being a clash at all. Amanda did an amazing overlay for me, and it's not in the area I thought, and it just doesn't match anything for a clash, in my opinion. But I'm going to share it with everybody on the panel, and we're gonna pick it apart, and everybody will give their opinion. So, but I'm going to talk. We'll talk about it next week on next week's show. Drilling Washington on a Denver. Yeah, they're common. And I think it's going to be an issue for probably the entire series. I think that die break and stuff in the corner is not going to be an issue. Like Sean said earlier, that's a higher relief design, and it's just a vulnerable spot. So
cool. Okay. So 1983 penny error from Shelby. Hey guys, I found you all I found you all earlier last week, and I have loved you guys since. I found this today and would love to hear your opinions.
Thanks, Shelby. Bye, Scott. Good night. Have a good week. Scott, thanks for coming.
Hey, nice recovery, Shannon, by the way.
Thanks. So yeah, definitely. So I sent back an email actually to her. I hadn't seen a response back. I don't know what she meant by found, if it was found, in the wild or found at a coin shop or a show or whatnot.
Is she in the chat? Shelby, are you in the chat? Where did you find this if you are?
Yeah, tell us where it is. So it's a double struck scent. And this is what I was talking about when we were earlier talking about the issues with the Zinkins, is that this one, definitely is going to have to be one that's taken care of as best as you can, but it's already starting to have issues. So
I'll tell you, with these, just like off-centered and that second strike area, oftentimes has a pull apart where it's that plating it gets stretched and it pulls apart, so you get like little streaking and stuff. Makes it that coin is not gonna last. You can see that all that green fuzz, that's all zinc rot. That's all zinc rot around that area on the reverse. Because that plating, because it gets stretched with that second strike.
Yeah, and it breaks that plating.
It breaks that plating. And you get any moisture at all. And if you breathe on it.
Yeah. Don't do the ha breath. That one. Don't do that on your coins to shine them up.
Humidity in the air, anything. Best thing to do if you find, if you have something like this or a zinc scent with a double dye or whatever, if that barrier is not broke or whatever, get it in an airtight, get it in a quick slab, something that's gonna keep moisture and stuff out of it, and that's your best chance of keeping it from just turning to dust.
Right.
This will turn to dust, unfortunately.
Eventually it will, yes.
And it's a great error. And this actually could have been found in a roll. I've seen things like this. Found in rolls, poked out a little bit. It'll poke out of the paper a little bit.
Yeah, because it's not that offside. It's not that much off size to just regular. So yeah, I mean, I was hoping she'd come back and say, "Oh, I found it while in my change or something," because that would be super sweet.
Exactly, Frank. Yeah, copper and zinc don't match well. But why I don't know what they were thinking, but they don't react well. You get any moisture in there, and it's.
Yeah, they should have just went to that bronze composition to like aluminum.
Yeah.
Right. Like they thought about, back in the mid 70s or whenever that was.
Yeah. The biggest problem with that is it's magnetic.
And if you drop your change, it blows away in the wind.
Well, and I don't know how that works with vending machines and counting machines and things like that. I don't know how that works. But
yeah, they may not be heavy enough for anything.
Because I know that Coinstars will reject steel scents. You try to put a steel scent in a Coinstar, it will spit it right back out.
Right.
So.
Which is cool sometimes.
Okay.
I can read this one. 1895 S Barber dime, repunch date FS301 from BMP 804. Good evening, all. I just received a complete book of barber dimes from a relative to purchase or sell at my discretion. The dimes were collected mainly in the 1950s and 60s. Quite a time capsule. While looking through the dimes, I found what I believe were a few varieties.
And I'm going to say this. We kind of jumped on this one last minute. So BMP, you don't have your emails back yet, but
he's got his eyeballs in the chat. He's like, wait a minute, that's my coin.
Yeah, you're going to hear what we thought about it. Anyway, so Sorry about that.
I don't think he cares. He
Probably
just wants an answer, live or not. It's like,
Yeah.
give it to me.
All right,
I
so this one's
love
the
Barbara
1895S. Yeah.
I love Barbara Doll.
I mean, it's in great condition to begin with.
Yeah. Good eye.
But yeah, look at the top of the 5. You can see it really very well. Some at the top of the 8.
Yeah,
but it's
just a little bit. The little block stuff right there is not part of the repunch date. It's just that little in between, right?
Yeah.
That little in between. Go ahead.
So we did look it up. It took a little bit to try to find it, but we came up with it is the FS 301, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was listed. It's listed in both NGC, I think, but there was no pictures, and then it's also listed on PCGS.
I think it's in my authoritative reference.
Or is that the one you're? No.
No, the 1903 was the
The
one.
1903 was where we needed your help. So
Yeah.
Paula's got a nice book also on the Barbara Dimes.
Yeah, there's actually, this is the only one in the authoritative reference too. So it says repunched 8, seen above the top, repunched 9 north, seen above the middle and top, repunched 5 north, seen above the middle and top. So VF, this is an older book. This is Kevin Flynn, but he's got a little bit of pricing. VF 140, XF 190, AU 250, blah blah blah. So I don't think we're quite in the VF. I don't know. I didn't look at it good enough, but that's a nice coin though.
It's pretty nice though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's probably. I don't know. It could be VF.
Yeah.
It could be VF. Adam's more the greater than I am. Sean too.
Well, I don't see. I didn't see too much remnants of the word liberty.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in that picture though, huh?
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably more like a VG 8.
VG, okay.
Yeah, with a fine grade, you'd probably see 2 or 3 letters of liberty.
The reverse is
And then VF, you would see all letters.
Looks like there's some scratches on the face and head too. The reverse is nicer.
Yeah, although it looks like it might have been cleaned. I'm not sure. It's just
that's what Frank said. Cleaned an old cleaning, retoned.
Yeah.
Because of the front of the face there. Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah.
No, just an overall kind of like blob, lifeless, whitish look.
Yeah,
on the
very. You can almost see I could see it looks like dye file marks all over the face.
The face and head, yeah.
Yeah, and I could totally see it. It definitely has been cleaned, for sure.
Right.
Probably an old cleaning,
Yeah.
from 70 years ago.
Because they did that back then.
And all
They didn't like germs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was around the time when they were trying to get rid of the germs on their coins, that's for sure.
Mm.
And collectors did it because they thought their coins were supposed to be nice and shiny and clean.
And
Frank, if it was more of a problem-free coin, they would still net grade it based off of the obverse.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, if the reverse can look a grade or 2 grade point higher or 2. But the obverse carries more weight for a grade. Unfortunately, that's how it works.
Yeah, the reverse will never increase the grade. Let's see, how is that what they say?
Yeah.
If you're like they grade the obverse and the reverse won't increase it, but it can decrease it. Right?
Yeah, essentially they'll net grade it closer to what the obverse is than the reverse.
That's your money side. The money shot.
It's 1895p, right?
Huh?
1895p.
1895p, yeah.
This one is it's the S.
No, it's an S. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an S?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, imagine if this was like a quarter or $50. That'd be a really tough date.
There's my other self.
Well, GreatCollections had one sell back in 2014. Good 4, and it sold for $110. So
Yeah, that Flynn book is old. So
Oh.
I mean, that's old pricing. So
Yeah, so figure this one is probably double that.
Probably double at least.
I think a grading company will probably end up assigning this as cleaned.
Oh yeah,
this
definitely.
was published in 2004. So it's yeah, that's not an accurate pricing. So.
Yeah, and it is a semi-key for sure. You could say the same for a lot of any other 1890s S-Mint. maybe even O-Mint on the few dates. But yeah, a lot of S-Mints are quite tough.
Or any CCs, right? CC have? They didn't have a CC.
No, not in the Barber series. That was seeded.
Yeah.
But BMP, if you sell this, advertise it as it is, be accurate with the description, probable old cleaning or possible old cleaning. Go to PCGS Photograde and get an idea. Just grade the obverse of it. Get an idea of the grade. I think that Adam and Sean are probably pretty close, if not right on.
Yeah, I would say like VG10 or somewhere around there. Is there a VG10? I know there's a VG8.
Yeah.
A good 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is.
And then put the attribution on there. This coin will sell. Variety collectors will know what they're looking at.
And this seems to be a tough variety. I don't see a whole lot of population on it.
It's
So
the only one for the date that I know of.
Yeah, it's very I guess what they call that elusive. So
it's scarce.
Some people are not going to care that it's necessarily an old cleaning.
Oh yeah, because
they for that variety.
For their they might have a variety. Maybe they're trying to collect all the Barber varieties they can, or
right.
So,
absolutely. Well, let's show the other one because he also sent in a second one. And this one, no, wait, did you go backwards?
Oh no, it's just didn't. Yeah, you read the thing. It says what it is.
It's not. It's not the 1895 now.
Yeah.
This one's the 1903, and it would be Philly Barber dime that appears to also have a repunch date. Not seeing it match repunch date FS 101, and that's the only one graded by PCGS. NGC doesn't show any pics of the variety, and I'm not having any luck finding photos to compare to. What I'm seeing here is the first to be the first date to the east of the numbers, specifically the 1 and the 3, and thickness on the left side of the 0. So this is where Paula's book comes in handy because it's got a lot more,
So these books are great. You can find them for many denominations. Authoritative reference. This one's by Kevin Flynn. I have a bunch of them. You can find them for just about any denomination, and they're great. I love them. Not everything is listed in them, but most of the major stuff is. So.
Okay, now see this one. This one's a VF, probably like maybe a VF 25 level.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, just about all of Liberty on there, and
yeah, you can see a lot of the leaves with that crown thing that she's wearing.
Yeah, and the denticles. You can see that a lot better. So, so what we came up with, you had found, Paula, was repunch date 002.
Yep.
And this one looks really cool, too. So you can see it there on the right side of the 1.
And the 3 there.
The 3 is really
0,
strong.
The 9.
There's a little bit on the 0 and then a little bit on the 9.
Holy smokes. What an underrated opportunity series in all denominations. I think
The Barber, yeah.
Yeah, I think these are undersearched right now, and I think there's a lot more varieties in barbers, and
Yes.
this is a nice one.
People
this,
are not
cherry
crazy.
picker?
People are not crazy about the Barbers. They are not well loved, and I think they're
Well,
great.
they weren't crazy about them 100 years ago either.
No.
They were never saved in good condition, like mid state condition, kind of like how coins are today. These were workhorse coins. They battled through the Great Depression all the way till like the 40s and 50s. Yeah, it's just what you see is what you get.
And man, I'm telling you, you find a high mint state, and they're beautiful. I like the Barber design. I like the Barber coins. I mean, I just think that I think it's a great design. So
this isn't the cherry picker variety, correct?
I don't think so.
No,
Because the one that
no, I don't know why it's not. But now we have a new cherry pickers guide coming out. So is it in the new cherry pickers guide? Maybe. I think we have a new cherry pick. There's the rumor. There's a new cherry
that
picker.
it'll come out at some point.
Let's see.
My other self asked if this one looks like it's been cleaned. What do you guys think about that?
It has
Yes.
a weird color, yeah. So
Yeah, I think it has.
So this is. Wait a minute.
Oh,
This
flag
could be
keeper.
001.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they got hunted out back about around 2008, 2009. I knew a few of the main collectors of the Barber series that cherry picked a lot of these during that time.
This could be 001. Now that I'm looking at it again. When I first looked at it, because the picture does not show the one very good. But everything else looks like more of a match for 001. Repunched date, resplit of secondary digits, and the entire date is repunched, yeah. This is a tough call. And of course, they don't have any die markers noted. None noted. But do you have does NGC list anything for this date, Adam?
I think they did, but I don't think they had any pictures.
This doesn't match PCGS. This doesn't match theirs.
Well,
Right.
So let me check NGC.
And there's.
I'm gonna grab. Did you guys get there? Did you look in the cherry pickers guide?
Yeah, I just looked. It doesn't match that one either.
Okay. And does it list a cross reference in that for Flynn or anything?
No, it did not. But I'm
Okay.
gonna check on NGC and see what they have.
So NGC's only got one that's a Philadelphia, and it says 1903 1/1. So I'm assuming
I think it's it. Sometimes they have a little bit more than others.
It might be.
Cross reference L101.
And that one says parts of the date are repunched east of the first impression, but only the repunched one is prominent.
Yeah, and see the 3 is prominent on this one. So
The 3 is prominent on 001. The photos in this book on 002 do not match the 3.
Hey, have a good evening, Angie. Thanks for coming by.
I think it's 001. I'm going to change my mind.
But the FS301 does not match this at all.
Yeah, and see, this doesn't have any FS listings in it at all. So I think that was probably added after Flynn. I think it was probably added to the Cherry Picker's Guide after this was published. But you can see on the FS or on repunch date 001, you can see it on all of the digits.
Okay.
And on the 002, it says you can see it on all of the digits to the right. But in the photos, you can't. So, but it's a pretty good match for 001. That 3 has me convinced. That's what I'm looking at. Anyway,
but I think we've concluded it's not the cherry picker variety.
Yeah, it's not a cherry picker's variety. It should be, in my opinion, but this is not the first or the last coin that we've come across that I'll say that about. We had one a few weeks ago that I think it was the one that we looked at, Adam, that was like not enough had been found or something like that.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Was it a quarter?
I can't remember. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. But anyway, so BMP, I'm sorry, I'm changing my mind. I think it's the 001. Never clean coins, ever. Ever, no matter what it says on the internet, no matter what your buddy on somewhere else told you to do, not even olive oil, nothing. Unless you are a chemist or a biologist, and you know every organic material that is on that coin and how it will react to whatever chemical you put on that coin, don't clean that coin. If it's that important to you, and send it in and have a professional do it. That's my rant. That's my rant.
Yeah. So what about a soft cloth? Well, that can, depending on putting some pressure on that, you're going to scratch the surface.
You know what you're going to do with that soft cloth? You're going to take it from this side of the coin, and whatever dirt is on that coin, you're going to move it over and scratch it up to the other side. Right, because it's,
yeah.
Because that cloth could be soft as a baby's butt, but there's going to be something on that coin that you're going to move to the other side of the coin and scratch it.
Right.
So, yeah, just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
The only organic thing that I've used that I actually got this, who told me this? Q David Bowers, back when he was active on the chat pages, is a rose thorn to get the gunk out of devices.
Toothpicks, wooden toothpicks. You can very gently, if you want to do that.
Well, you'd have to be ultra gentle with a toothpick. You could still scratch your coin with that. But yeah, at first I thought, man, that sounds dumb, but it actually works.
Nice.
If you have a rose bush.
If you have a rose bush.
Because as sharp as it is, it's also organic. So with just a little bit of pressure, the tip actually breaks.
Right.
So, you can't really do too much damage with it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, gently with a toothpick too. I've taken toothpicks, and it takes quite a bit of little pressure on there. But I mean, come on. Really, if you can't see the date and there's that much crap on it that you got to take something to get out, that coin's probably already.
Well, Silver Junkie asked, how do you remove dirt when found it buried in the earth?
So have you ever watched a metal detecting video and watched them take a coin and go like this?
Yes.
And that coin is trashed. First of all, most coins, when you dig them up, except for some silver coins, you can find those in pretty good condition. But most buried coins are damaged anyway. My suggestion would be just take distilled water and swish it around in some distilled water or run some distilled water over it as many times as you can. But I wouldn't use any type of soap or brush or anything. No ultrasonic cleaners. I don't know, man. I've heard so many things.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. Please.
Just use a Brillo pad.
Use a Brillo pad. But yeah, that makes me cringe every time I watch metal detecting videos and they're like, what's the date on this? Let me see. I can't see with their dirty gloves and dirt and
Yeah.
I can't see.
Nice.
Well, people still love them.
They
Yeah.
do. But once they're in the ground, most of the time they come out pitted and so,
Yeah, especially there on the eastern half of the U.S. where a lot of the soil is acidic, and it's just it doesn't take much to really do a number on coins. I've seen coins, like from the 50s that look worse for the wear after being buried in that soil.
Or beaches. Beaches, I heard, are harsh.
Yeah.
Do that
Yep.
salt
Salt
water
water.
and yeah. So it's best just not to. I mean, listen, it's your coin. We can only suggest and tell you because as many people as there are out there that are going to tell you don't ever clean your coin. There's twice that many people out there who have a miracle thing that they can use that won't damage it at all.
Right. What about that laser thing they're coming out with?
I saw that. Yeah, right. Really? Have you seen what lasers will do to skin?
I know, right? I don't know.
It's taking the original skin off of that coin. That's
what it seems like.
You cannot tell me that a laser is not going to mess with the original skin of that coin. So it may not leave scratch marks or whatever, but it's going to do something.
Right.
Yeah. So I bet you wouldn't be able to get cartwheel off of it anymore.
Well, you've seen what a laser does to Kim Kardashian's face, right?
Right. Well, because cartwheel is from those fine, striations and super, super fine. So you take anything that removes those and it's going to remove that cartwheel. And anyway, I forget what they're called. It's not striations. There's something there's like a starburst pattern or something in the dye that.
Hey, Josh, have a good evening. We're going to go back to talking about you once you leave.
Okay. Let us know when you're not here anymore. You guys make sure you tell us when Josh isn't taggable anymore so we can talk.
Hey, guys, Josh eats chicken wings with a fork.
He does. I heard that. So that was our last email. For you guys who want us to answer more questions and everything for you, our last stream of the month that we used to take off is strictly dedicated to Sean's going blinky blinky. Peekaboo!
What the heck is
What a nut. See what we have to put up with, you guys? You think he's all nice and, that's Blue Ridge Silverhand. He's Mr. Professional. No, he's a nut. Anyway, we do strictly on our last Monday of the month, strictly dedicated to questions in chat. So I really liked it last week. We got a lot of questions answered. It was a lot of fun interacting with you guys. So yeah, so just keep that in mind. Sean, go.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, quick question for you guys. What's the difference between a hippo and a Zippo?
A hippo and a Zippo.
Wait, a Zippo's lighter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A hippo is heavier. A Zippo is lighter. Get it?
Nice.
Oh my, really?
Yeah, that's how we're going to end the stream tonight. Hey, DMP!
Thank you, buddy.
I thought you were watching basketball. He must have hit a good bet or something.
Right.
PMP, thank you so much. $20 super chat. Thank you very much. Thank
Awesome.
you so much.
Awesome.
We really appreciate that. And all of you guys. We appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. Mondays are busy YouTube night. So
Absolutely. Thank you.
it's an honor that you chose to hang out with us. So we really appreciate it.
That and for all the dopest of jokes that your boy Blue
And putting up with Sean.
Mike yourself is like, oh please, I'm never coming here again.
Put up with Sean for an hour and a half.
Like my April Fool's video, I ended up losing like 200 subs.
I can't believe that.
I'm like, what the heck?
I cannot believe that. Like all of the crap that is going on in this world, you would think that people would appreciate some humor.
Well, one guy had the gall to actually comment and say, if that was supposed to be a joke, it wasn't funny.
Well,
like really? I mean, well, maybe he had like a man crush on you, Sean. He just
maybe.
No, I'm willing to bet.
He was like this before you said April Fool.
I'm willing to bet he's never made it to second base.
Oh.
You're out of there. And didn't you say something earlier about Chris Rock?
He did.
Yeah. I heard he woke up the day after the Oscars and had fresh prints all over his face.
Oh man. Sorry, you guys. I'm sorry.
On that joke there, Shannon.
You guys, I used to be a really nice person until I go to church on Sundays, and these guys just completely corrupted me. No.
We
so
tried.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
All of them.
Nice.
It's all them. Don't forget, you can watch me on Coin Crew on Mondays. Monday morning mayhem.
Why would you want
and
to?
I'm on Ida Herrings. I'm on Ida Herrings every morning. Well, most mornings when I can wake up early. At the butt crack of dawn on Ida Herrings, we have a fun time over there. We do trivia, and it's just morning coffee on Ida's. So if you guys don't know who Ida is, you're missing out. You should, because she's an amazing person. So.
I have to start getting up earlier because I miss all the early morning stuff.
Yeah, you should. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun.
The stream starts before Walter Cronkite gets up out of bed.
I know, right?
I know, right?
Oh,
listen, I'll tell you, you need to start making the rounds a little bit more there, Sean, because I was trying to plug your Blue Ridge collectible on a certain channel this morning. They're like, he never comes in here, and I'll talk about him.
I'm not awake. And even if I were, I'm getting my daughter up and getting her ready for school.
That's exactly what I said.
That's a hard pass.
I said, listen, he gets up in
that.
the morning. He's getting his daughter ready. I said, he actually watches shows, but most of the time he doesn't chat, because if you go into people's chat, like it would be an hour of hi typing by everybody.
Yeah.
That he would feel like he would have to say hi to everybody individually, so he lurks in streams. So, but I plugged you anyway, because they were talking about sports cards. So,
Awesome.
But you could pop in though and say hi to me at least. I'd appreciate that, because
we'll see.
He didn't even come into my channel, you guys, so don't feel bad.
Is your channel back up and running? Have you done any content on there?
I haven't done anything.
I'll have you know, Paula, I have seen him. I saw him in the chat prior to him being on the panel when you were having the live coin Q&As.
Yeah.
And some of them were on your channel. So
yeah,
he did come in.
He did. I'm just teasing him. No, he is a super busy guy. And so I get it. Got a hairball.
He's the fat bottom.
That's taking my voice away.
Oh, by the way, check out my new YouTube shorts. It's going to blow you away. It actually looks like a professional production.
They are awesome.
My God.
You did a great job. You did a great job. And Amanda and I are going to be doing that video that we talked about. So you said you would help us with that, remember? You did.
Yep, you did.
He heard him. He heard you. You said Sundays. I'm free Sundays. Sundays.
Sunday.
You can. I'm free Sundays. Sundays are a good day. You said that, Sean. Anyway.
No, I think that's actually a time and a half day for me. So yeah, weekends and holidays are time and a half.
Yeah,
so
just
you
mad
know,
at me.
it is what it is.
Nice. So thank you everybody for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Yes, I think everybody's ready. Look, yeah, our view count dropped like 30%. So
I
everybody's
know. They're like, okay, we're out.
Yeah, can we get the heck out of here? And
Get the heck out.
Yeah,
well,
I got to do dinner.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, it was certainly a pleasure. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Slowly send in the emails while we catch up on all the other ones. And I guess we're going to see you guys next Monday.
All right. If you're not subscribed to everybody on the Q&A panel, we have other members that aren't here on the panel. All our links are in the chat below. I mean, in the description below. So please check out everybody and give them a subscription. It's free. It's free to do that.
Yes.
Paul, you never put my channel in there.
I did.
I'll just have you know. You typed my name. You didn't put my link.
Well, crap. All right. Well, Shannon's isn't in there, but I will put his link as soon as we're done here.
That's okay.
Hey, Shannon, what's your channel? Is it Skinamax?
Skinamax. 1-800 call. No, I'm just.
No, it's 1-900.
1-900. Yeah.
It's
for
$4.99 for the first minute, $10.99 for each additional minute. So save your pennies, people.
Papa Giorgio, I do have a channel, but I have not created any content yet. So, but it will be coming.
This is his channel.
Some cool stuff.
Joey K, no bye week. We just had a bye week last week. We were on for like.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, no bye.
It wasn't even a bye week. It was a interactive Q&A with just the people that came in the chat.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, those weeks are last week, our chat week. The used to be our bye week. Now we're doing chat. The panel members will just rotate. Whoever is available can come on, and so it's that way. Everybody who wants that week off can have that week off, and people like me who have no life can have something to do and chat with you guys.
Right. Oh, by the way, I am on TikTok as well for all you Gen Y and Zers and all that.
I don't do the tickety tockety.
I didn't either, but my wife made me.
Did she?
Yeah, she just loves watching. Her and my youngest daughter love watching it at the end of the night.
You get
sports. That's it. Yeah, let's get out here, peeps. You guys have a wonderful evening. Enjoy. See ya.
See you guys.